Mark on Comics. So today what I've got for you is that I've gone through the February previews, Marvel previews, and DC currents and made a list of what I think are going to be the best buys for April. So February, March, April. So the book's coming out in April. Now, this is a list I've gone through and I've picked out the books that I feel are going to be the best to buy, whether it's for investment, speculation, or just a great read. So these are my opinion. Please do your own research, find out what it is you like, and pick up what you need. So, first off, with Marvel, I've added to the list Blood Hunt, but I'm not quite sure of how that's going to go. So we're just going to have to see after the first episode of Blood Hunt, and then I'll make a more informed decision on that. So next on the list is Avengers Twilight #5. This has been a really great read so far. I expect it's going to go to the end. So I've got on my list Avengers Twilight #5. Next, I have Ultimate X-Men #2. Now, #1 hasn't come out yet. That comes out next month in March. But I expect it to be big because Peach Momoko is doing the writing and the drawing, so I expect it to be a big deal. So I'm putting #2 on my list as well. Then there's Ultimate Black Panther #3. I've read #1. Wow, that is some good writing, great art. So I am recommending Ultimate Black Panther #3. Then we have Ultimate Spider-Man #4. So read issue 1. I'm liking it. Issue 2 comes out this week or next week. I don't remember. So I haven't read that yet. So, and issue #4 is in April. So be prepared. Then there's a new Deadpool #1 coming out. Uh, I personally am not a huge fan of Deadpool, but first issues, even though, it's Deadpool 1, who knows what series, um, it is always hot. So I'm going to pick up Deadpool 1. Next, we have Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider #1. And so Spider-Gwen has come from the universe that she's in into Earth 616, and this is scheduled to be a new ongoing series, not a limited series. So next, Spider-Man, Shadow of the Green Goblin. So I like the Green Goblin as a character. Of course, I like Spider-Man, Peter Parker, but I'm curious what they're going to do to a Green Goblin before Spider-Man 14. So we will see, but I'm looking forward to that one. Then we finally got Kid Venom #1. So Kid Venom, hot. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to pick it up. I did go to MegaCon and I was able to pick up a copy of Kid Venom Origins, one per store. It's in a sealed bag and I'm keeping it that way. Next is Edge of Spider-Verse #3. So issue 1 is coming out this coming week, but issue 3 will be in April, and it will be introducing the new character Star Spider. So first appearances usually are hot, so I'm looking forward to that. Then there's Ghost Rider Final Vengeance #2. So #1 comes out next month, but I'm really excited about it. And I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to read #2 as well when it comes out. So this to me is an exciting pickup. So then there's Weapon X-Men #2. Uh, Again, not really sure on that one. First issue comes out next month. I'll pick it up. And if I like Weapon X-Men #1, then I'll be a little more excited about Weapon X-Men #2. So then on the list, we have Wolverine 47 and Wolverine 48, both part 7 and 8 of the Sabretooth War coming out in April. So it's been great so far, and I'm thinking it's going to continue to be so. So I'll be picking up those. Then Wolverine at Madripoor Nights #3. So I didn't pick up #1. I might have it, but I don't think I do. But I am going to pick it up because I've been hearing a lot of people are loving it. So if they're loving it, I'm going to pick it up. And I do not remember, but it is some kind of prequel to something else happening in the X-Men universe. Next is Amazing Spider-Man 47 and 48. And of course, it's Spider-Man, and we are approaching issue 50, probably happen in May. So Spider-Man 47, 48 coming out in April. Then there's Vengeance of the Moon Knight #4. Now, in general, I'm not extremely excited as far as a name change, Vengeance of Moon Knight. They've got the same writer, the same artist, and all they're doing is bringing on a new Moon Knight. So, not not all excited about that, but I am always excited about Moon Knight. I love that character. So we'll see what happens in Vengeance of Moon Knight. Okay, then from DC, there's Batman Dark Age #2. So I realize that #1 hasn't come out yet, but I've seen the previous preview on that, and yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be a good one. So then for the House of Brainiac tie-ins, we have Action Comics 1064 and then Superman 13. These are both House of Brainiac tie-ins. And I like the character Brainiac, because I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty good one. And then there's Superman House of Brainiac Special #1. I don't recall if special is going to be first and then the other two, or the other two, then special, but we'll find out. Next on the list, I have Flash #8. Flash is one of my favorite characters. Continue to love Barry Allen, Wally West, and the others. So I will be picking up Flash #8. Then there's the last issue of Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. So this has been a solid series, and I think the final issue is going to be a winner. So I'm going to pick that one up as well. Then next on the list from DC is Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries #4. Now, you might think, Batman, Scooby-Doo? Well, they've done them in the past, and I think this series is doing extremely well. So I'm going to continue to pick it up as long as it goes. And I think it's supposed to be an ongoing series, so we will see. Then, from Boom Comics, there's Uncanny Valley #1. This is going to be from Tony Flex, who did Stray Dogs. So I'm expecting this one to do really well. So you might want to consider picking up Uncanny Valley #1. Next on the list is Grimm 16. The reason this is on the list is because this has got a new story arc, and it'll be a great jumping on point for anybody who hasn't read Grimm in the past or dropped away. I dropped away after a couple issues, so I'm going to go back, get a new story arc, uh, Grimm 16. Then from Dynamite, the only book I found that I'm interested in is Thundercats #3. So you might want to pick up Thundercats 3. Thundercats 1 has been hot. I expect 2 to be hotter and 3 even hotter. So that's my suggestion. Pick up Thundercats where you can. Then from Image, there's the new company within Image, Ghost Machine. In April, they're bringing out the new Geiger #1, new Redcoat #1, new Rook Exodus #1. I think that the Ghost Machine is going to be a really good company within a company. Then I've also got Drawing Blood #1. The reason I've selected Drawing Blood #1 is just that it's because it's from Kevin Eastman. So if Kevin Eastman is doing a new non-Turtles book, I want to read it. So Drawing Blood #1 from Kevin Eastman. Then we've got Universal Monsters, Creature from the Black Lagoon. So I'm really a fan of all the Universal monsters. I really like Creature. It's a fun movie. It's, yeah, it's not a comedy, but it's a fun movie, and I really enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to Creature from the Black Lagoon #1. Then, of course, we've got Cobra Commander #4. Cobra Commander, I don't think you can go wrong. I've got several issues in #1, #2. So we've got 3 coming out next month and then #4. So don't miss out. Then Duke #5. I realize these are both limited series, but we will see how they go. And then there's Feral #2, also by Tony Flex. So I'm looking forward to issue 1, and I'm really thinking that issue 2 will be as hot as issue 1. So don't miss out on Feral #2. So then I've got on my list Gunslinger #31. Started out as Gunslinger Spawn, but now it's Gunslinger issue 31. This has been a really great series. Everybody is loving it, so I'm going to continue to pick up my copies of Gunslinger. Then there's Moon Man #4. I've picked up issue 1, but I haven't read it yet. So I'm still thinking it's going to be a great read, and I want to go for it. So next in April will be Moon Man #4. And then from the Energon universe is Transformers #7. What Robert Kirkman and his people have done at Skybound with the Energon universe, really good reads. So Transformers 7 on my list. And then from Robert Kirkman, Void Rivals #8. So this has been a really good series. You really should be picking up Void Rivals, Transformers, Cobra Commander, and Duke. All right, from Titan. There is the Savage Sword of Conan, #2. Big fan of Conan, so I'm going to pick that book up. And then Conan the Barbarian, issue 10. So if I remember correctly, it's still being written by Jim Zub, and he's doing great work with Conan. Really exciting. So I'll be picking up those two books from Titan. Then from Whatnot Publishing is Crashdown, #4. It's the final issue of the series. #1 was really exciting. Can't wait for #2, 3, and then #4 in April. So Crashdown. Then from IDW, it's Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, issue 5. I'm not big into furry animal comics, but this has been an interesting read, and I think it's going to get much better when issue #5 comes out. So we will see. Then we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Last Ronin 2, Re-Evolution #2. Not sure yet, but I'm going to pick this one up because it's TMNT. I got to have myself some turtles. So then from American Mythology is The Gun Hand, #1. So you might, what? American Mythology, Gun Hand. This is a story about the Frankenstein monster 100 years after the events in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. So I think it's going to be a fun read, and I'm looking forward to it. So this is not necessarily a book that I'm saying, well, this is going to be a really good investment. I'm not sure about that, but I'm looking forward to it for the read. Really looking forward to it. Next, from Antarctic Press is Critter, #2. So again, I'm looking at this, the Critter 1, Critter 2, and maybe some more as just fun reads. So gonna pick those up. So AWA Upshot has You and I, #3. I've picked up #1, but I haven't read it yet, but I pick up all the AW Upshot books. I really do enjoy them. Then from Distillery, we've got Spectrograph #1, which is being written by James Tynan IV. So if he's writing a book for Distillery, I'm going to pick it up. I'm probably going to pick up several copies. So this will be part investment, part read. But I'm looking forward to it. And then, not in April, but shortly after that, I think you need to pay attention from Distillery to The Blood Brothers Mother, #1, probably coming out in May or June. But another Distillery book. I think they're doing really well. I think they will continue to do well, so I'm going to pick that up. Then from Mad Cave is the newly licensed Dick Tracy #1. I'm a big fan of Dick Tracy, have been since I've been a kid, seen all the different movies based on Dick Tracy, really enjoy it. So Mad Cave book, yeah, you know what? I'm going to pick this up. Not going to pick up multiple copies for investment, but I just love Dick Tracy, so I'm going to read that one. And then last on my list from Magma is a book called Silicon Bandits, issue #1. So not really a lot sure about this one. Going to pick up the first issue, maybe a couple copies. In previews, I liked the covers. There's several different covers on this, and so I'm going to give it a try. So that is my list for the February previews of books coming out in April. So in April, when they do come out, I'll let you know how I did. So keep that in mind. But these are books that I am getting for me. If you want to get different books, please do. But if you like what I do for you, helping you find comic books to buy and read, please hit the like and subscribe button. And that's it for now. Thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you next time.